Hello, my fellow CS colleagues. It's me, Sarah B. Cruz from PRETREAT CSS, where we get a little nerdy putting the CSS in our success. Study Skills is now in session. This educational series was created to help guide us in our certification endeavors. So if you're the new technician fresh out of your tech program or the real MVP already in the department, you can gain certification. Our sponsor, Proper Academy, and I have your back. Join us as we discuss physical indicators of success in your study skills. We'll utilize active studying to learn why and not just memorize. Through engaging in active study, you'll be able to take what you learned and recreate the info in a way that supports understanding, which is an absolute must as we discuss how to take a practice quiz. I know, you're all probably looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Sarah, it's not that hard. You got the quiz, select the answers, keep it moving, right? Honest assessment time. If we're guessing the answers more than half the time during our practice quiz, we aren't learning, we're memorizing. This can be a huge disservice for when we actually sit for our test. We are anticipating specific questions and they don't appear. Today, we'll review 3 tools that can add to our study quiz sessions. They'll take our memorization to application. Okay, straight out the gate, let's tackle the uncertainty we feel when we don't know the answer to the question. Not really a big deal when we're taking a practice quiz, but it can be when we actually sit for our test. Do you spiral down a negative path? Beat yourself up for not knowing it? Take a guess and hope for the best? A practice quiz isn't just about the question on the paper. Use this time to interpret how you react to question uncertainty. The CBSPD and ISHM testing formats allow us to flag a question, highlight specific words, or even skip a question completely so we can circle back to it later. There's a practice session of this testing format on the ISHM webpage. Allow this format to help you during the test. It's okay if you don't know or are unsure of the answer at first. The test format is literally our tool to combat that uncertainty. Next tool, active guessing. Listen, we've all guessed the answer to a question. Come on, it's okay. We circle an answer and see if we got it right on our review. Let's make that guess work for us. So put a little star and indicator next to the question that you guessed at. There are 2 results of a guess, right or wrong. Let's ask ourselves the question why we thought this could be the answer, regardless of the results. Remember that we guessed on the question, so we don't really know why we got it right. This is showing a weak point in our baseline comprehension. Refresh and review the content specific to this question. Our sponsor, Proper Academy, wants to help us incorporate the latest sterile processing education opportunities into our professional practice. Take a look at how Proper Academy adds to our industry knowledge pipeline. Proper Manufacturing Company is going a step further in their dedication to eliminate hospital-acquired infections by offering continuing education courses to you, my fellow CS colleagues. Proper Academy has an easily accessible library of live and on-demand online CE-accredited courses and study guides. With crisp imaging, clear objective goals, and progressive presentations, the knowledge you'll gain is amazing and, dare I say, fun. That's right, folks. Proper Academy has shown up for our industry to spread knowledge and passion to sterile processing technicians in all healthcare settings, including dental offices and even veterinary clinics. The self-study guides are my favorite. You can read and refer to them in a way that works best for your learning style. These are CE accredited too. Whether your patients are people or of the furry friend variety, patient safety is what sterile processing is all about. With Proper Academy, you'll be more than ready to offer your professional insight to our industry. Visit www.properacademy.com. It's time to get a proper education. That's what's up. PROPRA recognizes all the ways that you stand up for patient safety. And to go a step further, during October 1st to the 31st, PROPRA Manufacturing is offering you a chance to win in their 2021 giveaway. Anyone who registers to receive emails about upcoming PROPRA education is eligible. The drawing is on Monday, November 1st, so follow the link below to enter. CSS Nerd is activated. And the last practice quiz tool, process of elimination. It's going to feel so good when we have a question that we know the answer to right away. Unfortunately, that's not always the reality. We will have questions on our quizzes that we won't know the answers to. Seriously, complete blanks. It happens to the best of us. With the process of elimination tool, we can whittle down the possibilities by asking the question, what isn't the answer? Highlighting key question words and removing answers that couldn't possibly be correct will help gain clarity in the question. Let's do one together. So, the question states, according to Spaulding's classification of medical devices, a semi-critical item requires which form of disinfection? A, low-level disinfection, B, high-level disinfection, C, sanitization, D, sterilization. If you aren't sure, guess. It's just a practice quiz. Just make sure you mark it and circle back to the relating material. If you want to try, let's keep going. Some key words are Spaulding, classification, requires, and disinfection. Let's highlight those. Which isn't the answer? There are 3 levels to the Spaulding classification system, and sanitization isn't one of them. Cross that out. Now the remaining options are viable because they're forms of disinfection. Which isn't the answer? The 3 levels of Spaulding are non-critical, semi-critical, and critical. Recalling these levels, the critical level requires sterilization, so scratch D out. Which isn't the answer? Low usually corresponds with something of less urgency, right? So I don't think it's A. And there we go. B is the answer. Now this answer is correct, but if you did this process and didn't get it, that's okay. Now we have a clear indication of where to focus our studies. All of these tools have the ability to create a study guide just for you. Take note of the areas where uncertainty, guessing, and process of elimination occurred the most. These are the areas we need to revisit or seek additional assistance with. And seriously, it's okay if our study sheet is long. There is no such thing as common sense in sterile processing. Everything that a technician is expected to perform was taught and learned in some type of way, whether through a book or hands-on. We'll get it, and it will become second nature. Practice quizzes are an excellent way to study and gauge our baseline understanding. By adding these 3 tools to our practice quiz belt, we will get more out of our study time and an outline of where we need to study more. Let's make the time we put into our study count. Visit PRETREATCSS.com to sign up for the PRETREAT CSS newsletter. If you enjoyed today's study tip, don't be shy. Come visit PRETREAT CSS on Instagram at PRETREAT CSS, where you'll have access to all the study tips, tech tips, and any other type of tutorial videos offered. And don't forget the free PPFs. Oh, and don't forget to sign up for PROPRA Manufacturing's 2021 giveaway. CSS nerds are better in groups, so I want to give you all a big Wi-Fi high five for allowing our sponsor, PROPRA Academy, and myself to join in on your CS adventure. Don't forget, you're the real MVPs. Bye. So here's my disclaimer. All of the opinions or suggestions in this study series are a reflection of me, Sarah B. Cruz of PRETREAT CSS. Take what you need and leave the rest.